Hey guys, what's up? It's Anthony with Caveworks. I'm out here in the shop today on what's kind of a special day. Just received my brand new 2025 Ventum GS1. I went with the full integrated cockpit. It's a 100 by 40 centimeter setup is what I went with. I ride a medium frame. In person, it's incredible. It looks really, really good. Really cool kind of splatter style paint job. I went with the new Force XPLR drivetrain. That's the transmission style. I've watched a ton of reviews, couldn't be more happy with everything I've heard about it. And then I also have the Zip 303 Explorer S wheel set. That's got the super wide, I think it's 32 millimeter internal. It's gonna be a nice stiff wheel set, gives the tire a nice profile too. Yeah, really excited to get that out and see how it handles on the roads. So I'm probably not gonna be doing much talking throughout this build. I'm just gonna throw some music on in the background, just kind of let the camera roll. I'll get some nice close-up shots. Hopefully you enjoy it.
down.
So I wanted to take a moment to show you how I use the RIVET as a fit tool to help me answer a question I have about my fit on the Ventum GS1. My question is whether or not I want to run a slightly longer stem. After a couple of rides, I feel like I want to go from a 100 to a 110. With a traditional non-integrated setup, answering this question is relatively simple. Integrated setups introduce added complexity. For example, some manufacturers run the brake lines directly through the handlebar, which means that in order to swap the handlebar, you would have to disconnect the brake line from the brake lever. This can create a barrier for a rider who may not have the required tools or the experience to do so. I would like to point out that on the Ventum integrated setup, the brake lines are not ran internally. Instead, they sit recessed in a molded channel which runs along the underside of the handlebar. So in this instance, swapping this integrated handlebar is that much easier. So in order for this to go smoothly, the first thing we need to do is make sure that we've accurately transferred over our saddle height and saddle setback measurements, which I've already done. So once we've completed that, there's two other measurements that we'll want to transfer over. Our drop measurement and then a linear measurement, essentially from the nose of the saddle to where our hands would rest on the hoods. So we're going to start with calculating our drop and transferring that first. So right here, I'm sitting at 98 centimeters. I've got a measurement of 92. So that's a difference of 6 centimeters. So 6 centimeters is going to be my drop. I've already set my saddle height and saddle setback. So all that I need to do is take a measurement from the ground to the top of my saddle. Whatever that number is, my handlebars need to be 6 centimeters lower. That accounts for the 6 centimeter drop that we calculated from the Ventum GS1. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is a measurement of 97 centimeters, which means the tops of the handlebars need to be at 91, 6 centimeters lower. We're sitting at 93 right now, so let's drop this down 2 centimeters. And I'm going to use the hash marks on here, which are 5 millimeter increments. So I should be able to get this pretty close. There we go, 91. Go ahead and send this down. Now I know that the drop on the RIVET matches the drop from the GS1 identically. So now I'm going to get a linear measurement from the nose of the saddle to where my hands would rest comfortably on the hoods. We're at 65 centimeters. Let's see where we're at on the RIVET. We're at 64, so I'm going to move this 1 centimeter. So these are also 5 millimeter increments, so I know that if I move it up 2 of them, I will have moved it 1 centimeter. So now I have the RIVET set up to replicate the fit from my GS1 with a 100 millimeter stem. If I want to know what it would feel like to ride the Ventum with a 110 instead of the 100, I can make that simple adjustment. Just like that. I've actually been riding the RIVET as the GS1 with a 110 stem length for a few days now, which has allowed me to confidently make the decision to swap the bars out. I was a little bit nervous about how that process was going to go, but when I reached out to Ventum support, they were super understanding and they swapped them out under their 30-day fit policy. So those bars are actually on the way. Super stoked to get my hands on them, get them installed so I can get back out there. If you have any questions about the setup process or the measurements that I took in this video, feel free to drop a comment below, or as always, you can reach out to us at info@caveworks.co. Thanks for hanging out.